earnings before tax, we deduct the tax expense to get the net profit, okay, after tax. And then from the net after tax, we distribute the dividends, and whatever debt is left, that is the revenue of the business organization. So this is one of the simplest format of the multiple step income statement, in which the expenses and revenues are divided into different categories. Some of the expenses or the revenues are derived from the core or main activities of the business organization. They are considered as direct revenue or direct expenses of the business organization. Then some of the revenues and expenses are deducted from the other subsequent activities of the business organization, for which the selling and administrative and other interest based revenues or expenses. And by deducting those indirect revenues or expenses, we get the profit or loss for the business organization. By the way, what do we mean by expense? Someone has said that we deduct the revenue expenditures from the revenue. So is there any difference between revenues, expenditures and the expenses?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So the difference between expenditure and
जी
expense.
सर.
The
होता है वो
occupied cost
शॉर्ट
is
टर्म के लिए
called
होता है और
expense and
एक्सपेंडिचर
unoccupied
लॉन्ग
cost
टर्म
is
के
called
लिए
an
होता है.
expenditure.
Basically, expenditure is of two types. When we talk about expenditure, there is one is the revenue expenditure, and the other one is basically known as the capital expenditure. Revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. What is revenue expenditure?
सर वो जो जो एक्सपेंडिचर हम जो करते हैं उसका जो फायदा होता है वो 1 ईयर तक होता है या करंटली होता है, और कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर वो होते हैं जिनका लॉन्ग टर्म हमें फायदा होता है.
Very right. Benefit is for less than a year. Okay. And when you talk about capital expenditure, these are the expenditure whose benefit is for more
More than 1 year.
a year. So this is the basic difference between revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. So since the benefit of revenue expenditure is for less than 1 year, at the end of the year, this becomes the expired cost of the business organization. Because at the end of the year, we had already received the benefit of this amount. And the expired cost is basically the other name of expense. Okay? The cost incurred, the expense basically refers to the cost that has been incurred in the business organization to earn the profit, to earn the revenue. So the cost whose benefit has already been sacrificed or foregone to earn the revenue is known as expense. So revenue expenditure is basically the other name of the expense. Whereas when we talk about the capital expenditure, generally its benefit is for more than 1 year. So if its benefit is for more than 1 year, at the end of the year, it is still the unexpired cost of the business organization. Unexpired cost means its benefit is yet to be received. So it means that it is the other name of the assets for the business organization. Okay, ji? Is this thing clear? So if you are talking about revenue expenditure, yes, it's correct that when you are preparing the income statement, you are deducting the revenue expenditures from the revenue of the business organization. But if you talk about the capital expenditure, they are not a part of the income statement. They are basically the capitalized cost. They are recorded in the balance sheet of the business organization. Is this in clear, ji?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
जी सर.
What about the cash flow statement? What is a cash flow statement?
सर इसमें कोई एग्जांपल, काइंडली एग्जांपल देंगे सर?
किस चीज की? रेवेन्यू और
काइंडली कैन यू गिव एग्जांपल इसकी रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर और कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर्स का?
Okay, for example, the routine salaries that are being paid by the business organization, these salaries would be considered as expenditure of the revenue expenditure or expense of the business organization, because their benefit is for less than
Utility
1 year.
bills.
So
Sir.
at the end of the year, basically for every month, their benefit would expire. So on 31st December, all the salaries that are paid up to 31st December would be considered as revenue expenditure because their benefit has already been expired, okay, in the business organization. Their benefit has already been taken. Likewise, the utilities expenses that have been paid till 31st December, or if the closing time period is 30th June, so all the utility bills that have been paid till 30th June would be considered as expense or the revenue expenditure of the business organization. And as far as the capital expenditures are concerned, let's suppose you have purchased machinery for your business organization, which is expected to last for the next 5 years. So at the end of the year, still you are expected to receive the benefit of that machinery for the next 4 years. So since this benefit is expected to be received in future, that would be considered as a capital expenditure. Likewise, if you have purchased building, if you have purchased furniture, if you have purchased any other asset which lasts for more than 1 year, it would be considered as a capital expenditure. And normally this is the
Sir,
area
thank you.
later, you're welcome. This is the area later on we will discuss that this is the room that is available with the managers also, that sometime they can do is in order to increase the profit of the business organization, they can treat some revenue expenditure as the capital expenditure of the business organization. Or if they want to get the tax benefit, they can go the other way around. They can treat any capital expenditure as the revenue expenditure of the business organization. For example, normally an expenditure that is incurred uh, on any particular asset just to regain its current state would be considered as a revenue expenditure. For example, you had a car, unfortunately, it met an accident and the car was destroyed a little bit. And you spent some amount on the overhaul of that particular car just to regain the normal position in which that car was previously operating. So that expenditure, that repair and maintenance expenditure would be considered as expense of or the revenue expenditure of the business organization. But let's suppose while doing the overhaul, you decided that instead of going on with the same engine, we should get it replaced. We should get it replaced with a new one because it's already outdated. It's near to get obsolete. So instead of carrying it out for the future in the future, what we should do is we should replace it with a new one. By replacing that engine with the old engine with the new one, now the operating efficiency of the car has increased. Its fuel efficiency has increased. Its useful life has increased or its market value has increased. Now, in that situation, when the operating efficiency or useful life of that particular asset has been increased, now the same expenditure can be treated as capital expenditure. You can capitalize that cost. So this is the room available. So now this situation, the repair and maintenance expense, instead of treating it as an expenditure of the current year, you can add it into the value of that particular asset. In the balance sheet, you will add it to the total value of the motor vehicles and the asset would increase and the current year expenditure would decrease. So these kind of the rooms are available with the management and they can play with these numbers and they can manipulate the profit or loss situation of the business organization and they can portray a situation which is not actually the real situation of the business organization. We will discuss it later on. This is there's a term that is used for it that is known as creative accounting. That is basically done by the managers in order to play with the numbers or to change the financial position of the business organization. Okay, Ji, then moving forward, what do you mean by cash flow statement?
Sir, it is a statement which tell about how much cash is entering and leaving your business.
Very right. A statement.
Cash and cash equivalent, just like.
Very right. A statement that shows the inflow and outflow of the cash is basically known as a cash flow statement. This statement tells us about that how much of the cash has been received by the business organization and how much of the cash has been paid by the business organization. So there are different activities through which what we can do is we can basically
Investing.
calculate the
Operating.
use of the cash, there are three main activities: operating activities, investing activities, and the financing activities of the
Financing.
organization. We won't go into the detail because this is not a part of the course, but just an overview of these things. Then the statement of changes in equity. What does this mean?
The increase or decrease in the equity or the capital?
सर शेयर होल्डर्स इक्विटी में जो चेंज आता है वो बेसिकली बताती है कि शेयर होल्डर इक्विटी इंक्रीज हुई है या डिक्रीज हुई है।
सर इसमें ये भी है कि हाउ जितना हम ओपनिंग कैपिटल होता है, जस्ट लाइक हमारे पास साल के शुरू पे जो कैपिटल होता है, एंड द सेकंड वन इज क्लोजिंग कैपिटल जो साल के एंड पे आ जाता है, उसके बारे में बता रही होती है स्टेटमेंट कि कितना चेंज आ रहा है कैपिटल में और किस किस रीजंस की वजह से आ रहा है।
ठीक है, you can start off with the issued capital, then whatever is basically the retained earnings of the business organization, this will be added in it. From retained earnings, you can basically add up the unappropriated profit, or you can say that the different reserves of the business organization, which are either revenue or capital reserves. Then if there is any kind of the loss that is suffered by the business organization, that accumulated loss would be referred here along with the, let's suppose the premium that is basically acquired by issuing the shares, or adjustment of any loss or the discount that has been given on the issuance of the shares. So whatever changes that have been incurred in the issued capital or share capital of the business organization during the year, because of the certain profit that has been added, or because of the change in the different reserves of the business organization, or the loss that has been suffered by the business organization, this is referred to as statement of changes on our equity. And what about the balance sheet? What is it? What is a balance sheet?
That's about the assets and liabilities of the company.
फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ ऑफ अ बिजनेस।
Okay, जी.
फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन को show करवाती है सर।
To NPR picture of our
Sir, it shows the financial position of a company at point in time.
Okay, जी. It tells us about the financial
सर कोई
position.
एग्जांपल देके सर बता दें स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी।
Statement of changes.
सर ये जो भी आप बता रहे थे स्टेटमेंट, जी सर।
For example, किसी company का, let's suppose the issued capital is, for example, we are assuming that this is 1 million. Okay, and retained earning of the business organization was, let's suppose it was 500,000 previously. Rather, we write it as if this was 2 million, just to simplify the calculation. Not 2 million, rather 200,000. And let's suppose there were no reserves of the business organization. Let's suppose there was no loss of the business organization. This was the previous state. And this is the total, which we call as shareholders' equity. This is the total equity of the business organization. Okay? And we call it that this is total 1.2 million or 1,200,000. Let's suppose in this particular year, what happened is that the company earned a profit of, let's suppose, 500,000, out of which the company didn't pay any dividend and it retained all the profit. So all the profit that is retained by the business organization, that is 500,000, will be added in the previously held profit. So previously it was 200,000. Currently the company held 500,000. So the total retained earning is 700,000. So the overall equity of the business organization would become 1,700,000. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Or let's suppose out of this retained earnings in the next year, the shareholders were of this view that the company has retained a lot of the profit and it hasn't distributed any dividend. So the company decided that instead of paying cash dividend, they will offer the bonus shares to the shareholders of the business organization by utilizing these retained earnings. So what will happen is, by issuing the bonus shares, the issued capital would increase. Let's suppose the company decided to issue the bonus shares of 400,000. So what would happen is the issued capital will increase by 400,000. And these retained earnings, which were held by the business organization, out of these retained earnings, the company is paying the dividend of 400,000. So this would decrease by 400,000. So now what would happen is we will add 400,000 this issued capital. Previously it was 1 million. So it would become 1.4 million. And out of 700,000, 400,000 has been paid as dividend. So it would be left as 300,000. The overall equity would remain same, but the different components of this owner's equity has changed. The unappropriated profit or retained earnings of the business organization has been converted into the permanent capital of the business organization. So this is the function of statement of changes in owner's equity, that whatsoever changes that have taken place within this owner's equity will be reflected in the statement of owner's equity. Is this in clear, Ji?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
सर ये इसमें जो बुक बिल्डिंग के लिए या राइट शेयर इशू किए जाएंगे उससे पेड अप कैपिटल चेंज हो जाएगा, विल दैट अकाउंट टुवर्ड चेंज इन इक्विटी?
जी बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है जो है ना उसमें, that will also be accounted towards this owner's equity statement. Whatsoever change that will occur in this owner's equity will be accounted for in the statement of changes in owner's equity. Basically, this owner's equity or shareholders equity is basically a part of your balance sheet, but the detailed changes that have occurred, we basically reflect in the statement of changes in owner's equity. Just like that, cash is basically a component of the balance sheet of the business organization. But to have the detailed information that from which sources we have received the cash during that particular year, on which sources or on which particular areas we have spent the cash during this particular year, we prepared the cash flow statement. So that cash flow statement basically comprises of the cash, which is a component of the balance sheet, but the explanation or detailed information is basically given in the cash flow statement. So likewise, any information that's related with the change in the issued capital, or you can say the owner's equity of the business organization, would be reflected in statement of changes in owner's equity. I think this session is just about to expire in a minute. We'll end up this session and all of you are requested to rejoin it again.